Okay, this is mic check, check, 1 2 1 2. We're gonna go ahead and get started again. Okay, say what's up, guys.
What's up?
What's up? Cool. We're with Hidden Creek today, and we're in the dark. So we're gonna go ahead and show them how to do some programming, basic programming here in Enlighten by Mega-Lite, based out of Texas. And we're going to go ahead and show you what we're looking at. We're looking at the playback wing right here, which is on the left, which is basically the buttons. You can use this as a touch screen. This stuff's already programmed that I already done earlier for them. And then we over here on the right hand side, we have the programming side. Okay. All right. So what we're going to go ahead and do is go ahead and show them how to do a basic program like a button. So we want to save the lights a specific color. So we're going to do two different scenes. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is do a solid color. So right here we have these tabs. We have your tabs. We've got color, we got gobo, shutter, beam, function, rotation. This is for like your intelligent lights once we have moving heads set up in here. But we're going to go ahead and show you the color here and the groups. The groups, what we're looking at here, so when I press this group 1, which is the 12p hex, it's going to select all the fixtures at once. When I hit number 2 here, we're going to have all the even fixtures selected throughout the venue. And we have the odd fixtures set up throughout the venue. So what we're going to show you is how to go ahead and just do one solid color that we're going to start off with. So we select that. And there's another way to select. You can actually select it manually if you want to do it this way. But click the blue, or you can clear all. That clears everything out but what you were just doing. So let's go ahead and select all of them. And then you're going to go down to this button called Initialize All Selected Fixtures. So we're going to select that. Now all the fixtures in the venue are white. Okay, they're going to be white by default when we select Initialize. It's going to pretty much turn on your RGB completely all the way up. And if you have white and amber LEDs, you'll turn those up as well. By going over here to look at the faders, we have your red, green, blue, white, amber at 100%. UV is not at 100% by default because that's the way the program is set up. It's not going to turn the UV up. You're not going to really see a huge difference. So what we're going to do is go to color. We can select the color if you want to do something really quick on the fly. And you can see that the venue is changing different colors just by dragging this on the color we usually call it color wheel. I'm gonna call it a color bar here. So we can just drag it, and we got some really cool colors coming through there. So there's more of like a deep orange, like a Halloween color. So let's go ahead and let's select that one. So we like what we see here in the venue, so we're going to go ahead and save that as a scene. Normally what they call it here is save changes as button. So we're going to select button. And we're going to save it just like that. It looks like it already have a color kind of selected for us, so I'm just going to call this Halloween. And with space, call it Hidden Creek. Not Hidden Screen. Hidden Creek. And what I like there, I'm going to click Save Sequence. Okay. I'm going to save that. We're going to click and hold this and then drag it. Okay. If you just click and just try to drag it real quick, it's not going to do it real fast. So we're just going to put that over here. Okay. So we like what we see there. All right. We're going to go ahead and clear all. That makes it, pretty much goes to blackout mode. So even the same thing over here. Let's go ahead and do a scene that is all the even numbers and all the odd numbers, two different colors, which is kind of cool. So we're going to go ahead and select the group button. Just makes it a lot easier. So we're going to hit even, initialize. We're going to go ahead and set the color for those. So now we got every other light in the venue pretty much lit up. So we're going to go over here to the colors. Go ahead and just select this let's do this, like a jungle green or something here. All right, and now I'm gonna go back to groups, select all the odds, initialize, and now we're gonna go back to color and do like a bluish or something cool. I'm just picking something random. So if you have a bride or a customer of yours that wants 2 different colors, you have the ability to do that. If you want to do every 3 colors, you can, but now at that point you're going to have to start selecting them manually as we did earlier. And by selecting them manually, it's just selecting 1, 2, 3, like every 3rd one, you know, if you wanted to do something like that. So what I like what I see, I'm going to click Save button. I'm going to call this green and blue. I'm going to call this test. So we're going to go ahead and save that. Okay. You hold this and then drag it over. Okay. You clear all. Now you can just select your different scenes here. Now right here we have this little lock symbol. Okay. You hit this little lock, that way you won't accidentally turn it off. So I'm over here trying to click in that, and it said this button is locked, please unlock to release this button. So I'm gonna click OK, click this little lock symbol right here, and then click this, and it just lets me control it again. The home is kind of cool. And then say for example you want to get rid of this. Okay, so we can get rid of this by right click, delete button. We like to delete buttons, the copy of the shortcut on this page. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this button. So it's asking to make sure if we want to delete it or not. You hit yes, and it goes away. For example, we can do like this. Say for example, if you have moving heads set up, you can have the moving heads facing the staircase or specific lights that are up there, and let's say for example these 2 lights right here. Okay, I just hit initialize. Okay, of course we don't know what number they are until we actually get in here and label all of them. These are actually number 1 through 34, so we just need to know, like, make yourself like a diagram of where you place all the lights. That way you can select a specific section of the reception hall. Okay, so let's just say for example the bride wants that light in the corner in the side to be for the first dance. Okay, so we just go ahead and initialize like we just did, and just say I want them to be like a cyan. Honestly, I like to go to the faders. This is how I usually set the colors personally. Right here under faders, I'm just going to go ahead and set it manually. So I'll just turn the green and the blue up and give me a nice good solid cyan. I like to use the faders personally so I can kind of dial it in even more manually. That's what I'm used to. So we're going to go ahead and just click save. Okay, we're going to call this the first dance. So first dance, and then I usually put the date of the wedding. So today's date is the 27th of October of 2016. Now I'm going to just click save, click and hold, boom. Okay, so I can just exit out of here. When the first dance come on, we just have the specific lights facing the first dance. We can have the top row 1 color and the bottom row in a whole nother color. We just need to know the number of the fixtures that we have installed, and we're straight. You know, it's going to be really easy. So do you y'all want to try this out?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Isaac, I'm gonna let you dry for a little bit.
All right. There it is.
Okay, so what you're going to do, you already cleared it all. That's good. Go to your program mode. There you go. So what do you want to do? Do you want to have a specific color? Do you want to do a specific every other color?
What was it, 1 through 9 right there, so there, and then this was 1 through 8 there, then 9 through 16, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so this is gonna be where the 16 end. All right there. I'm not used to this mouse.
You can use the trackpad right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's better for me. There you go.
All right, so they're not all selected right there. So go to put the mouse right at close to the top right hand corner of the blue. There you go. Now try. There you go. Now go across.
There's that, and then I'm gonna shift and add.
Okay. So now you just go ahead and initialize those fixtures. So now Isaac is selecting the bottom of the bottom section of the venue, the first row of lights on both sides.
And then you go to color.
There you go.
But then where's the
main is going to be under faders.
Faders.
There you go. And then you can just select the bottom and just select them off, or just go manually up and down. You can just
okay, I see what I gotta cut. I'll just make it easy for right now. Just kind of go with something.
right.
Go with the
There you go. We got some yellow there.
yellow. Let's go with the
Awesome.
There we go. Then
Now, if you like what you see there, don't save it yet.
yeah,
Okay. So now select your other set of fixtures.
yeah.
So you go ahead and just click the blue to deselect those. There you go. There we go. It's not selected. If I get that toggle, go up a little higher on that blue part. Go a little higher. There you go. You got it. And then hold Control and select those other four. There you go. Okay, and then go ahead and initialize. Okay, there's your top. You can select the color. That's sick, man.
All right.
All right, so if you like what you see there, just go ahead and click Save Change As button, which is at the bottom there. Boom. All right, and just name it something. You know, Isaac's first button.
Save sequence.
There
And
we
then
go.
then we hold.
Yeah.
And then we drag it
And just put it anywhere.
there. And then we just clear off. And then we put it back on. Boom.
There you go.
It's pretty easy.
Very easy. Yeah. So now y'all got this video saved. And this is the basics. This is not going to be the only training you're going to get. We're going to do this training in steps. Okay. And I'll bring this computer back and we'll get the moving heads and all that stuff. When you have them all installed, I'll come back out and we'll do some training on moving heads. It gets a little tricky with that little guy because now we're dealing with a bunch of movement.
Yeah, then you basically go in 3D. And then you kind of do
You can use 3D, but personally, I don't use 3D. I just don't. I'm old school. You know, I like to see what I'm doing because 3D doesn't know my lights very well. You know, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, if you want to spend time and set up 3D, you can. But I'd rather see it and get it done and get it over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it on that. So,
You want to try?
Sure.
Yeah.
what's your name? Sorry.
Jesse.
Jesse, nice.
Yes.
Sorry about that. All right, so go ahead and clear it all because the lights are still on. There we go. Now you go to your program. There you go. Did you want to select them all manually, or do you want to select them all at once?
Let's just do groups.
The groups. There you go. So you got your even number selected. Go ahead and hit initialize. Just to turn them on.
Click out of that. All right.
And if you like what you see there, then select the color. Oh, nice. This kills up lighting, bro.
I do. It is.
There's no way I can compete with this. This kills up lighting big time.
Well,
This
the DJ that came this last weekend, he had those small little uplights, puny little ones, and he put them up, and that's all he had. He didn't have any natural lighting. He didn't have any of that. He just had that.
Yeah,
He's luckily the bride. We were here, so we were just messing around with this, and we had this all going for all. Basically, we were the uplight doing the DJ uplighting for him and dance floor lighting, because we just kind of were switching with every song that he was doing. We were just doing all kinds of random stuff.
Right.
Then we picked.
Select your odd. One over.
You went over.
There you go.
Initialize.
Okay, so you initialize the intensity on those. The other ones are turned down for some reason. Go back to your even numbers. Go back to groups. Even. Hit initialize. Okay. Go ahead and clear off because those. No, actually, hang on. No, you're good. You're good. Okay, because we're not gonna see what's on the black here, but they're actually turned on the V. This is the reason why I don't like using 3D visualizers in any of these DMX programs, because I like to physically see what I'm looking at. So physically, with the camera that we already have set up, pointed into the room, we can see what's going on. So if you like what you see, go ahead and save it as a button.
Sure.
There you go. Booyah. I usually hit clear all to clear everything out, and then go back in there and just hit the button. You really don't have to do that. Now, what's really cool, if you want to kind of like do a dimmer, you can use your touch screen to dim just like this, which is nice. I actually like doing this, you know. And once you have all your lights completely, you know, like, it's really good to have a diagram set up back here. So let's say, for example, a customer, this light's too bright, I don't like this light. You know, you can dial in the specific light you wanted it to dim, and just dim it and save that as a completely different button for that particular wedding situation. You know, or the moving head. The moving head is getting in my eyes. Which, you know, if you program it the right way, you know, to stay on the dance floor, you wouldn't really have that problem. So
yeah,
it's all about, every wedding's different. You're gonna have different table setups differently, but you probably have one that's you're mainly gonna use. I've seen online, you have the dance floor towards the front doors up there.
Yeah.
You know, or the whole center is cleared out depending on how small the wedding is or how big it is. But yeah, this is the beginning of, or just so y'all can just start getting your feet wet. So like when you get those lights installed at the very top, you can save those on a specific button. So that when we got closed up for the evening, you remember your brother, or was it your cousin?
Business partner
wanted to have the lights at the very top of the venue at the A-frame on at all times, so people can drop by and see it, which is pretty cool.
I really like that one. That's pretty cool.
The Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Halloween's pretty dope. Now the next class we have when we do our moving heads is going to be a very more of an advanced class, and I'm going to show you how to do the effects. Yeah.
We've got our moving heads here, we just haven't installed them.
Yeah, once you get them installed, I'll show you how. Because once you get them installed, there's going to be a way to, we have the program to face. We can go ahead and have a button pre-programmed once we get them installed for grand entrance. Okay, so you can layer a grand entrance and then layer the color of the wedding, 2 different buttons. So that way you don't have to reprogram the moving heads each and every time. But I'll be honest, that'd be a pain in the joker to, to reprogram those. So you just go in there and set it, forget it, and put it. What we'll do is extend this little fence and put grand entrance staircase button. So you just hit that and then select the color that they like for the wedding. Okay, so that way they're all white with the nice prism rotating nice and slow, and that staircase is popping. You know, the DJ be like, man, the venue got lighting, man, that's messed up. You know,
and then add a little bit of that, you know. Just
oh yeah, that's cool. They like that random strobe, man. That random strobe's pretty dope. So what we do is just, you know, just hit one of the random strobes here. So I'm gonna clear all. Here we go. See?
That's pretty cool. Party.
The video doesn't do justice. And then you can do, we got the police scene already set up for them. So you can do the police. You know, we got solid blue with some nice good chases going on, which is cool. And
so how do we do?
Ocean blue.
How do you program chase? How does that work?
That's going to be done in the fader section. So,
okay.
For example, if I were to go right here and it says select the all the groups, initialize. Let's say I want to do. I'm gonna go to the faders. Okay, I'm gonna turn these off. Okay, I'm gonna do fade.
Okay, you go to FX.
Yeah, you right click
Yeah.
on the white right here.
Yeah.
Go to FX, and this is where it's at. So you can hit this, and then what I want to do is reverse it. Uh-oh, hang on. I think I gotta do offset the fixtures too. There we go. And we're going to speed it up here with this little lever right here on the screen. So we're going to speed it up.
So every 3 it does it?
Yeah, it's doing every 3.
That's pretty cool.
If you want to do every one. That is sick. That is sick, man. I said, like I said, DJs can't compete with this. The venues are coming with it. So even if you venues out there need lighting, hit me up.
Because you could even do it to where it's like the right side is just going that direction.
Right. So you just select a specific set of fixtures.
Yeah.
So you can play with this. You're not going to break it. You know, you don't have to save it.
Yeah.
This program is very advanced. It looks very basic, but it's very advanced. It's got a lot of stuff.
You can do, yeah.
I mean, you can even MIDI control this thing, you know. And once you get all your networking and all that set up, you know, I never tried it personally, but I've seen it done. You run it through a router, and you can control all these buttons on the playback page on your cell phone, and it actually pulls up as a browser. There's no apps. They don't believe in apps because they feel like apps they're nothing but bugs now, you know. So you bring it up on a web browser through an IP address, and that web browser will show all the buttons on your playback mode, which is nice on your cell phone. So you can be in the middle of a dance floor just selecting all your scenes, like, ha, look what I got. You know what I mean? That's bragging rights. This program also does video, by the way. So, like, for example, if you wanted to do a slideshow of a presentation, you can put the video file in here, and you can actually go to settings, and you go to video playback, and it brings up another deal here. You can actually import actual video in here and put that onto your projector and do some other cool stuff with this program. So this program has a lot to offer, which is pretty cool. You can save that as a button. Save a lot of stuff as a button. So, yeah. Pretty cool?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, man.
All right. We do appreciate you watching this video, guys. We'll go ahead and sign off here. And do what you do best. Practice and enjoy. God bless. Peace.